What's going on, football overseas? My name is Kevin from Blaugrana Zone, and I'm bringing you La Liga match week 15 predictions. Obviously, match day 14 was last week, and then we had those bit of games in the middle of the week that are going to be part of match 19. But right now, I'm bringing you match day 15 La Liga predictions. We're just going to jump right in. First off, we've got Real Oviedo versus Mallorca. They're really not that great teams clashing off. Neither one of these teams has been able to really hit the mark and make their presence known in La Liga. So I'm really predicting this one to be a stinker of a game. 0-0. I have never seen anything clearer than a tie. Next, we've got Villarreal versus Getafe. Villarreal has been actually a pretty good team this season. I think they've been kicking up in a way that no one really expected. Yeah, shout out to Tiana Trump for making my man's Nicolas Pepe happy on that team, because he's been kicking up and carrying for Villarreal, low-key. I think Villarreal could have a very big chance of winning that game. I'm going to give the win to Villarreal. Up next, we've got Deportivo Alaves versus Real Sociedad. Deportivo Alaves lost to Barcelona 3-1 previously. And I think Sociedad hasn't been having that great of a streak either. They just lost to Villarreal previously. So both of these teams are coming off of a loss, which can perform better under some pressure. I want to give the edge to Sociedad, but Alaves is also not that bad. I'm going to give the win to Sociedad. Next up, we've got Betis versus Barca. Barca, as I said, they won 3-1. Very, very good statement game for Barca. And then against Real Betis. Real Betis, I think, have been in good form. They are very good with Anthony, Isco, etc. But obviously, I got to give the win to Barcelona. Next, we've got Atletico Bilbao versus Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, Barca versus Atletico Madrid, right, for matchday 19, and we beat them. But previous to that, they had just beat Real Oviedo. So, can Atletico Madrid get it done? If it was against any other team, I'd say no, but Bilbao just sucks so bad. I'm going to give the win to Atletico Madrid. Up next, we've got Elche versus Girona. Girona has been, as I've said many, many times, the punching bag of La Liga. I give the edge of this game to Elche. Up next, we've got Valencia versus Sevilla. Honestly, outside of that game that Sevilla gave Barcelona belt to ass, they have not done a thing since. But Valencia are also just so terrible that I couldn't possibly see them winning this game, to be honest. I think that Sevilla has the much better chance. I think they're the better team. Even though they lost to Real Betis, I don't think that Valencia would be putting up the much better match. They just previously tied to Rayo Vallecano. I really think that Sevilla is going to have a very strong win that game. I'm going to give the win to Sevilla. Up next, we've got Espanyol versus Rayo. As I said, Rayo tied recently to Valencia, which I guess speaks volumes to how bad Rayo is actually when they're not versing Barcelona or Real Madrid. And Espanyol actually has been having a pretty good season, despite not having one of their best players in Joan Garcia. I think Espanyol have been doing real well. They just beat Celta Vigo 1-0 previously. So I'm going to give that edge to Espanyol. I think they've been having a pretty underrated season. Even if they get beat down sometimes, they hold their own, surprisingly. Up next, Celta Vigo, as I said, just lost to Espanyol against Real Madrid. Celta Vigo against Real Madrid. So this could be a game where the likes of Iago Aspas can kick up, or it's a game where everyone disappears and Real Madrid asserts their dominance and Real Madrid makes Celta Vigo bend over, right? But I really hope that Celta Vigo can have some fight in them. Don't make this embarrassing. Make Real Madrid drop some more points, widen the gap, because it's getting very lonely up at the top. But unfortunately, I think there's going to be at least one penalty for Real Madrid. So unfortunately, Real Madrid will get the win. And last but not least, we've got Osasuna versus Levante. Levante is coming off of a loss to Atletico Bilbao, which speaks levels to your club if you're losing like that. And Osasuna just tied to Mallorca 2-2. So it really can't get lower than losing to Bilbao. So I'm going to give the edge to Osasuna in that match. Well, these were the matchday predictions for matchday 15 in La Liga. If you guys want to check me out, Blaugrana Zone, I'll be in the description below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Is your team picking up points? Because my team's going to pick up some points and widen that La Liga lead to get our back-to-back La Ligas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much, Football Overseas, and I'll see you next time.